Welcome back. We're at Lunar Nodes Part 4, and today we have some powerful insights coming. If you missed the previous episodes, check the links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm push this content to more people. Let's dive in. Today we're examining people with the North Node in Aquarius, or the 11th house, and the South Node in Leo, or the 5th house. This combination is quite interesting and carries deep meanings. This person needs to develop healthy Aquarius qualities while being mindful of the shadow aspects of Leo, which feel much more familiar to them. But what does this actually mean? When the South Node is in Leo, this person's survival depends on others applauding and approving of them. They want everyone to love their performance. Because Leo is the king, everyone should bow before them. But here's a very important point. Leo is one of the most misunderstood signs. When we say, shine and show yourself, we immediately think of someone doing things to grab attention. But that's not what true Leo energy is about. Leo's life force energy needs to radiate, use its creativity, and express itself authentically. The process starts here and ends when others witness it. Even without applause and approval, Leo's job is to put this out there. But if they become addicted to applause, it can create a fear of not being applauded. So with the South Node in Leo, we see someone who can't truly bring out their inner light, but acts as if they are, constantly waiting for applause. Their existence becomes dependent on the praise and applause they receive from others. Yet this person has already celebrated their individuality, shined, shown their creativity, and learned and completed this lesson. What they need to do now is not try to shine alone. It's to take their place among people within the community. Now they've entered the process of using all these talents for a more collective purpose, doing whatever they can for the community they belong to in an equal, free, and brotherly environment. This person may have connections to staying childish and playing. But now they need to embrace this growth. They need to be like an adult. No matter which group they join, they must come to understand that everyone is equal and everyone matters. Only after this will they find happiness by learning to use their talents and creativity in ways that serve everyone. They need to stop giving orders, create situations where everyone wins, and learn to work with others. Now let's look at the Aquarius qualities that need to be developed. Impartiality, wanting to be friends, participating in teamwork, making decisions for the group's benefit, supporting unconventional views, recognizing equality, accepting not being approved, relating to people as individuals beyond their roles, and forgetting personal desires. So what are the Leo qualities that need to be released? Egoism, excess in risk, play, and entertainment, making the need for approval and applause an obsession, expecting what's important to them to be important to everyone, not seeing others' importance, playing guru, arrogance, bragging, attention-seeking efforts, and the constant need for approval and applause. This transformation isn't easy, but it's a deeply meaningful journey. In the next episode, we'll explore another lunar node combination. If you like this, don't forget to hit the like button and share in the comments where your nodes are. Now let's move to another combination. People with the North Node in Virgo or the 6th house and the South Node in Pisces or the 12th house. This person needs to develop healthy Virgo qualities while being mindful of the shadow aspects of Pisces, which feel much more familiar to them. This person thinks that if they surrender themselves to God's arms, everything will work out. But they don't have that luxury. They've already incarnated into this world and must fulfill its requirements. In this life plan, they need to learn to function, to bring order, to be organized, to do what falls upon them. Because they need to learn to develop their talents and capacities, to gain mastery, and to be productive with it, they struggle with letting go of themselves. This person wants someone to do these things for them. Here, a savior is expected. If there's no such person, they think they'll become a victim. The only thing that needs to be done is to stop escaping and self-pitying, take action, organize life, and create a routine. This way, they can connect with the physical world. Otherwise, when left to themselves, the tendency to escape gradually manifests in situations like numbness, daydreaming, fantasies, chaos, and dreaming of better days. They have fears and anxieties whose origins are unclear. They're very afraid of uncertainty. Even though they can actually exist very well in darkness and uncertainty, for example, they might be seriously very afraid of the dark. What are the Virgo qualities that need to be developed? Creating routine and order, increasing productivity, analyzing and distinguishing, bringing order to chaos, dealing with details in a healthy way, developing humility, mastering through apprenticeship, looking out for others' benefit. What are the Pisces qualities that need to be released? Being a victim, escapism, addictions, withdrawing, giving up, getting lost in chaos, self-pity, avoiding planning and order, being a savior, baseless fears. This transformation represents the transition from the spiritual world to the physical world. In the next episode, we'll explore a new combination. If you like this, don't forget to hit the like button. Now let's move to another combination. People with the North Node in Pisces or the 12th house and the South Node in Virgo or the 6th house. This person needs to develop healthy Pisces qualities while being mindful of the shadow aspects of Virgo, which feel more familiar to them. This person has an obsession with order. Their environment believes they need to organize everything themselves. When the 6th house and Virgo sign are exaggerated, they live with today's reality and what should be. They may have neglected their imagination, creativity, intuition, and God's intention. Another obsession of Virgo is perfectionism. They start blaming their surroundings for what they cannot accomplish. Here, they must plan everything and life must go according to this order. In this situation, they will greatly exaggerate routine. When things go this way, there's no possibility for any coincidence from the universe, any auspicious thing to knock on the door, because this person fears life's natural flow and tries to control it. However, they need to stop planning everything physically and allow inspirations, intuitions, and spirituality to come in. When the South Node is in the 6th house, the present time is not the time for analysis. It's wrong to calculate everything, plan, take control, calculate all possibilities, and make arrangements accordingly. People with the North Node in the 12th house need to let themselves go and think somehow it will work out without worrying. They're already so expert at taking care of others' problems that they don't need to fear addiction or becoming an alcoholic. Now let's look at the Pisces qualities that need to be developed. Compassion, mercy, understanding, meditation, letting go of anxiety and trusting in higher power, sensing the cosmic order, becoming aware of the connection with the universe, achieving spiritual growth, feeling unity, sensing the flow beyond the material realm. What are the Virgo qualities that need to be released? Worry, anxiety, overanalysis, finding faults, drowning in details, being resentful, teacher attitude, fear of making mistakes, perfectionism, imposing your own order, staying in a servant position, tendency to seek utility. This transformation represents the transition from control to surrender, building a bridge from the physical world to the spiritual world. And with that, our Lunar Nodes series comes to an end. If this series was helpful for you, please don't forget to hit the like button. Share your own Lunar Nodes in the comments. I'm curious to know which combination you're living and what traits you observe in yourself. If you haven't watched the entire series, check out the other episodes in the links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more astrology content. See you in the next video.
Now, let me give you real-life examples to better understand these combinations. Let's take the North Node Aquarius, South Node Leo combination. Imagine someone with this combination. This person has probably been interested in stage performances, presentations, and shows since childhood. They always played the lead role in school plays, loved being the center of attention. But now, when they start working in a team environment, their constant desire to shine alone can cause problems. In meetings, they constantly try to stand out, struggle to listen to others' ideas. This is exactly where they need to shift to Aquarius energy. They must learn to be an equal member of the team, listen to everyone's ideas, and celebrate collective success. Now let's look at the North Node Virgo, South Node Pisces combination. Someone with this combination has probably spent much of their life in a fantasy world. They constantly thought it'll work out somehow, avoided planning, shied away from responsibility. Perhaps they're very talented in areas like art, music, meditation, but their life is chaotic. They don't pay bills on time, leave things to the last minute, live an organized life. This is where this person needs to shift to Virgo energy. They must learn to create a routine, make daily plans, organize their responsibilities. This way, they become able to use their spiritual talents in the physical world in a concrete way. Finally, let's examine the North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo combination. This person probably lives a highly organized life, plans everything, tries to control everything. For example, when they wake up in the morning, every minute of the day is planned. If something doesn't go as planned, they get stressed, panic. In their work life, their perfectionism causes them to constantly criticize people around them, get stuck on small details. Perhaps they're very successful at work, but unhappy and tense. This is where this person needs to shift to Pisces energy. They must learn to let go of control, trust life's flow, meditate, and listen to their intuition. This way, they become both more peaceful and open doors to beautiful surprises they didn't expect from life. As you can see, the lunar nodes aren't just theoretical information. They're experiences you concretely live in your life. Can you find yourself in these examples?